Here are some quick tips for blueprints. I will try to avoid spoilers, but be warned, this is a game about discovery and some gameplay footage might give something away. Starting at around tip 11, I'll move from general tips to room-specific tips, if you're looking for something slightly more advanced. 1. Take notes. I use Excalidraw, but any note-taking app will work so long as you can take snips of images in the game and paste them into the document. This is so important for solving some of the puzzles in the game, which take a long time to figure out. 2. Pay close attention to details. Notice the features of each of the rooms. There are puzzles that you may miss if you don't pay close attention. 3. Draft new rooms. Especially in the early game, make sure you draft rooms that you've never seen before. This may teach you something that will crack a puzzle you've been stumped on. 4. Keep your options open. One of the most important things you can do is make sure you have doorways available to continue exploring the house. If you run out of doorways, the run will end, even if you have more keys, gems, and steps left. And also save the gems for rooms that really matter. Gems are very precious and needed for some of the most important rooms you can draft. Save gems in the lower ranks so you have some left when you get to the higher ranks. 5. Explore lower ranks thoroughly to collect keys, gems, and items that will be useful at the higher ranks. You are more likely to find rare rooms and locked doors at higher ranks, so collecting those resources in the lower ranks is important. Don't rush into the higher ranks early on, because you will run out of these items and then need to backtrack down to the lower ranks to collect them later. 6. Red rooms are powerful because they usually have multiple doorways, but they often can hamper a run. Be especially careful of the weight room. Losing half of your steps can be devastating. 7. Use dead ends strategically. If you have lots of options, or if you're drafting into a spot with no way out anyway, it can be a good idea to draft a high-value dead-end room. Some of the dead-end rooms are extremely good. Also, once you have drafted a dead-end room, you won't see it again, so use this to your advantage as well. 8. There are different varieties of rooms. Purple for bedrooms, green for plant-type rooms, orange for hallways, gold for shops, and red for rooms with a detrimental side. Well, red rooms are great for the number of doorways they provide. In addition to this, there are also rarities for each of the rooms. It can be a good idea to prioritize drafting more rare rooms whenever you see them, since you won't be able to see them all that often. 9. Keep your eyes open for extra keys, coins, gems, or other items lying around. There are specific spots in each room that items can spawn. Make sure you always check those spots. 10. Look at every note, scrap of paper, and picture that you find. These are key to uncovering the mysteries and also provide practical information. Bringing a magnifying glass can reveal some amazing secrets as well. 11. There's more to the game than meets the eye. You have been told the objective of the game, but as you uncover more, you'll find out that there's more to do than simply reaching the 46th room. Once again, take notes on everything you find. 12. Check out every edition of Architectural Digest you can find. These books are full of amazing tidbits that you may not have discovered before. You can find one of them by checking it out in the library. You can also find one in the drafting room, and you can buy 2 of them at the bookstore. Just know once you buy a book from the bookstore, it shows up as an option to check out at the library, so you can't read them right away. 13. Now I'm going to talk about some more advanced room-specific tips. The first being to draft the utility closet breaker box and security room. The breaker box may not seem particularly useful at first, but it has some of the most powerful effects in the game. The sooner you learn how the breaker box works, the better. Security room combined with the breaker box essentially gives you 5 to 6 keys for free. Turn off keycard power, set security to high, and set the doors to unlock when the power is out. Also, take note of these rooms that you can turn the power on and off for, as they are key to some of the meta progression of the game. 14. Draft the lab. The computer station there has an incredible effect that you don't want to miss out on, especially after you find your first allowance coin. 15. The boiler room can supply power to many different rooms, not just the lab. According to Architectural Digest, the lab, garage, laundry room, furnace, and pump room all have uses for steam power from the boiler room. All right, I wanted to give a quick guide for the boiler room. So once you've solved the puzzle down there, which you have to arrange those things in that orientation, turn on all the boilers. Once you have all that solved, which that's a puzzle that you'll be able to solve, no problem. But turn on the power. Now, once all 3 lights are lit, activate power. And then before you try opening up one of these doors, right? We came in that door. We have these 2 doors that we can open. Set it for that door, so power is shipped to that door, and then go open the door. It's a good idea to power it before you open the door. You're more likely to get a room that needs power. Then you open it up, and this is really cool. So it tells you, with this blue line, it tells you which of these rooms can transmit power. So we know the weight room can transmit power and the archives. So that is a huge deal. That really helps with being able to get around and make power connections. So then we also have power to this door, so now we can try this one. And hopefully you connect it to something that you need, like security or the furnace. Like, the furnace has a special reason for power, but all of these can transmit. So that's just a quick tip for you with the boiler room. Look for these blue lines and see which rooms will transmit the power. Not all rooms do. All right. 16. Learn how to use the pump room. It does a lot. Okay, there could have been 50 more tips in this video, but I wanted to keep things mysterious for you. Click here for another video about blueprints.